Hi everybody. So here's a job I'm working on today. This bar came back from I had it in to be repaired, and you can see a little wave in that. So the dealer recommended we buy a new bar, and he didn't have one in stock, so it's been sitting on the floor in the shop here for about a month or more. And I spent a lot of money getting it fixed up. We didn't know what was wrong with it. It was still running, but it would just die all of a sudden. So there's where the problem was. That's the coil wire. That's your spark plug. Runs off that. So you put a new coil on. That's all one part. I don't know where this gasket came from. He put that on something. He had a couple of saws, so this could be off the other saw. That looks like a head gasket. Anyway, I don't think he was in. I think that's from something else. And I see a carb kit here. I don't know what's going on here. I don't remember what he was doing. But there's look at the little tiny needle and seat here. You got the big one and a little tiny one over here. So it's up and running again. And this one's, I don't think this has got a lot of hours on this saw. It used to be just a backup saw, and for some reason, I don't think it ever left the yard very often. But I dug up some new bars. I found this one, the brand new 14-inch 3/8, and it says 050 over here. LP 050 50DL. I don't know what that means. Made in China. I get these online. There's Cutter's Choice. They sell me these for, I think there's like $15 for one of these bars. Anyway. Oh, something I didn't point out. That little hole, that's got to be kept clean. You got to blow that out. If there's sawdust in there, that's your oiler hole. And it's on both sides. That just shows you that the saw is meant to go on either way. And this little hole down here, not that one, the little tiny one here, that is for grease. You can use the grease. Come on. Focus. So you can send some grease in there. There's a bunch of ball bearings in there. Roller bearings, I should say. And that's what drives your tip around on those bearings. So I found this bar. This is probably the bar that was on that saw before we bought the replacement bar. It's worn out and bent now. EM original. And I've been dressing it up. I filed it all. So I got it all. It's ready to go back on. It's the exact same match. Same size. So that's going to go on this saw, and I want to start using it because I spent all this money getting it running, and it's been sitting around for a while. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to show you, I was watching some YouTube videos, and I saw a guy cleaning his files, and he was using copper, and he was just basically rubbing it like this. Yeah, it takes time, but you know what? It seems to be working. I just did a little bit here. Copper won't dull your file. I did the first 2.5 inches here, and it took all the grime right out of those grooves. Over here is packed, and this file doesn't work. So I watched another video, and the guy his title of his video was sharpening your files. So he takes them and dunks them in hydrochloric acid. I'm going to try that. I'm going to gather up all my dull files, and I'm going to try 10 parts water, 1 part hydrochloric acid, soak them for an hour, and pull them out. And you have to neutralize them, or they'll rust like crazy. And to neutralize, you use baking soda and water. So right out of that, into the water and baking soda, and he was filing some metal with the same file, and it seemed to cut like crazy. So I'm going to try that. That might work for me. Okay, so here's a couple more of my chainsaws, and the markings on this are not there anymore, but it's an MS. No, it's not an MS. It's a John Thread 930.
This is almost 30 years old, this saw. And we call it the big saw. If I ever say the big saw, it's this guy. It's got a 24-inch. It's got the small bar on it right now. That's around 24 inches, 23 and a half, 24. We had some trouble with this saw a couple of years ago. All the rubber mounts. There's one in here. Anti-vibration mounts. There's two back here. They were either broken or they're coming apart. And there's one on the other side. So I bought a kit. I had to order them over. Found a guy on eBay that had them and ordered them through him. And we got it up and running again. Here's the saw I bought. I had to buy a chainsaw to keep working because I needed a big one. And this is the one I bought to keep us going until I got this big one up and running again. It says MS362, but it's not 62 cc. It's bigger than that. I think it's 70 or 75 cc. It's a nice saw, nice size. The only thing I don't like about it is the exhaust blows right on the chain. Somehow you can't really see why or how it's doing that. There should be some sort of deflector. It should blow the other way. And if you're cutting on the ground and there's sand or loose soil, it'll blow the sand right on your chain and it'll go right around into your cut and dull your chain in like a matter of seconds. So we don't use that to cut the bottom of the tree near the ground. Here's one more chainsaw. I had to come outside because it's so big. It's a HT101. It's basically a trimmer head, and it's exactly what it is, a trimmer head on a long pole. And this is adjustable right here. You can push this in or out, this aluminum shaft. And up here you've got your cutter. You've got the chain. It's loose. So there you go. I'm fixing chainsaws today, and it could be snowing tomorrow. I just bought this at the Ritchie Brothers auction, and it's a little plow to go on, a little Kubota. The one I'm working on in the garage, I put extra outlets on, and it's got a little quick hitch, 2 hoses. Those are the angling hoses. Needs a little paint, needs a little cosmetic work, but mechanically it's in good shape. It looks rough, but it's pretty sound. It's just salt is right. Even the cutting edge is pretty good on it. So that's what I've been up to, and they're forecasting snow for tomorrow, and we don't normally get snow before Halloween. Usually it's December when it starts, but you never know, they could be right. So thanks for watching, and don't be afraid to subscribe or leave me a comment. Thank you.